So you can write the name of the chapter, Properties of Matter. And in this chapter, we'll be looking at the properties of solids and the properties of liquids. Okay. And to start with, we'll actually start with the properties of liquids because it flows from, pun intended, it flows from what we just did with liquids. So we'll start with that. And properties of liquids ke andar, we are going to have the concept of two main concepts. One is the concept of surface tension, and the other is the concept of viscosity. Okay, so yeah, this is a brand new chapter. I can see that a lot of people have left. I think they got bored with the doubts. Thoda ek just introduction जैसा दे देता हूँ, and then we can we'll mostly continue in the next chapter, in the next class. So properties of matter, is it big compared to fluids? I would say more or less the same size. More or less the same size. Concepts are fewer. I mean, concepts also maybe slightly more, and then question types bhi ho sakta hai almost the same. Thoda zyada ho sakta hai is chapter mein. Okay. But the liquids part is not very big. Liquids part has viscosity and it has surface tension. Viscosity is even smaller, so we'll start with viscosity. Difficulty level, honestly, इसका जो fluid वाला part है बहुत easy है. In my opinion, I believe this is like a scoring chapter, because it's not like rotational mechanics जहाँ पे you need a lot of conceptual depth and question types are infinite. वैसा नहीं है. A few concepts, you get those concepts, है ना, उस पे अच्छे सवाल भी बन सकते हैं. They can make tough questions, but majority of the questions that can be created on this will be more direct and more easy. So this is one of the scoring chapters. Viscosity. So what is viscosity? It is the property of a fluid to oppose relative motion. Okay, it's the property of a fluid to oppose relative motion. So if you remember, friction had the same objective in its life. है ना? Friction का भी काम था relative motion रोकना. Viscosity का भी वही काम है, relative motion रोकना. So it's the property of a fluid to oppose relative motion between its layers. Between its layers. Okay? Between its layers, this property is called as viscosity. This property is called as viscosity. Yes, it's a tangential force, and yes, this is like the friction between liquids. Okay, so we'll write that as well. The concept is called as viscosity. The corresponding forces, or the corresponding force, is called as the force of viscosity or viscous force. Okay, the corresponding force is called as the force of viscosity or viscous force. Okay, it is like the friction between two surfaces. It is like the friction between two surfaces when at least one of the surfaces is a fluid. When at least one of the surfaces is a fluid. Okay, so ये नहीं है कि viscous force सिर्फ liquid और liquid के बीच में act करता है, liquid और solid के बीच में भी act करता है, right? If you try moving your hand through water, you will find that you sense some resistance. It's not very easy to move your hand through water, and the reason it's not easy to move your hand through water is because of water trying to pull your hand behind. is because of this viscous force. So viscous force also acts between your hand and any liquid. So it acts between a solid and a liquid. This effect is even more pronounced in more viscous liquids. For instance, honey. You try stirring honey, it's not as easy as stirring water, because honey is not allowing that spoon to move. One of you is asking, is oil also more viscous than water? Yes. Okay? Even oil, castor oil, you'll find that they are more viscous than water. You try rotating, especially castor oil, you try rotating your spoon through that, it'll be very difficult. It is still lighter than water. So some people incorrectly associate viscosity with density. Don't associate it that way. It's still lighter than water, okay? But it's thick. It's in a way it's stickier than water. It does not allow motion easily. So there's no better word for this than viscosity itself. So if you want to understand viscosity, don't understand it through any other way except imagine if you had to stir that liquid, would it be easy or would it be difficult? If it's easy to stir through that liquid is less viscous. For instance, it's very easy to stir through air. But if it's difficult to stir through that liquid, then that liquid is more thick and then the liquid is more viscous. That's the best word. Liquid is more viscous. If it's difficult to stir, for instance, honey, castor oil, it's more viscous. Okay. One of you is saying, yeah, higher the viscosity, harder to stir. Higher the viscosity, harder to stir. So you would have, does viscosity is a link to refractive index? No. These are two independent concepts, not directly linked. So I wouldn't link viscosity to refractive index. Okay. I wouldn't even link viscosity to density. Yeah, lesser the viscosity, lesser the resistance in that surface. And oil ka viscosity actually I'll check the values and I'll come back. Most likely, I think when I'm talking about oil being more viscous, I think castor oil is more viscous. I'll have to check. Most likely, normal oil should not be that viscous. Right? That's why it's used as a lubricant. So I'll have a look at that. And castor oil is definitely more viscous. And you can't link viscosity with density because castor oil is a good example. Castor oil is still lighter than water, but its viscosity is a lot more than water. Okay, viscosity is a lot more than water. Okay, your screen is not freezed. I wasn't writing anything for quite some while. Ayush, yes, in fact, yes. Okay. Achha, and let me add one more line. Okay? So it's like the friction between two surfaces, where at least one of the surfaces is a fluid. Like friction, it is always tangential. Like friction, it is always tangential to the surface. So this force is the force which is along the surface. If you remember, when we started fluid, we talked about forces which are always going to be perpendicular to an area of contact. That was pressure, say, related force. Viscosity is the one which is always tangential to the surface. Okay. Yes, Parth, yes. And some of these concepts will come up later as well. Okay. So it's always tangential to the surface of contact. Okay. So some of the points you guys are mentioning, which I'm not addressing right now, they'll come up very soon. And that soon maybe in the next class, but they'll come up. So velocity gradient is at least one term I want to define right now. Velocity gradient is this is the rate at which the velocity varies with the depth in a liquid. Okay? The rate at which is the rate at which the velocity varies with respect to the depth in a liquid. Okay, so why is velocity really varying? What is this? Why is it varying with depth? So if, for instance, you have, um, let's say you have a body of water, and this is the surface, and let's say you have a plank like this, okay, and you're moving this plank with a velocity v, okay. So the layer absolutely adjacent to the plank is also going to move with velocity v, more or less. The reason for this is, this will almost have the same velocity. This layer almost has the same velocity because it's in contact with the plank. Okay, it's going to move along with the plank, so it almost has the same velocity as it is in contact with the plank. So at the molecular level, no, when two molecules are close to each other, they develop some kind of friendship, some kind of bond. So it's impossible for the plank to move and the water molecules to just stay there. Okay, so the plank and the water molecules which are in contact, plank molecules and water molecules which are in contact, because they have developed these temporary bonds with each other, they're going to move simultaneously. Plank आगे जाएगा तो उसके immediate बगल में, yeah, due to what we call as adhesive forces. Adhesive force is force between different substances. So because of that, बगल वाले molecules always move together. And similarly, ये water के नीचे जो पानी होगा वो भी almost उतने ही velocity से जाएगा. This is now because of cohesive forces. We'll see these words later, but this is now forces between water molecules. आपस में, again, molecules close to each other, they develop some kind of bond, some kind of friendship. So when one runs, the other also runs. Okay, so velocity कभी suddenly decrease नहीं होगा, इधर 10 उसके immediate next 0, ऐसा कभी होगा नहीं. But you can see velocity gradually decreasing as you travel some distance. All right, so the top almost has the same velocity as it is in contact with the plank. Cohesive and adhesive forces at the molecular level, they of course play a role in viscosity, but they are not part of this concept. We're not going to see them now. We're going to see them in surface tension. We're not going to see them now. But in the molecular level, there's just the tendency of these molecules to form bonds. That's also the molecular explanation for friction. Friction also takes place because at the molecular level, when one object is placed on another surface, the parts in contact form temporary bonds with each other. And then when you try to slide them, you have to break those bonds, which they don't like. Hence, they resist. Okay, so almost at the same velocity as it is in contact with the plank. And then at the bottom, okay, at the bottom, your velocity is almost 0. Okay, so you can assume some kind of you can almost assume a linear variation. Okay, in our simplified model, we'll always take a linear variation. So you can assume कि water का ये जो speed है, अगर तुम top को कोई velocity से move करोगे, उसका velocity linearly vary करेगा with height, and at the bottom, its velocity should always be 0. Why should its velocity always be 0 over here? Because again, this almost has 0 velocity as it is in contact with the ground. Almost 0 as it is in contact with the ground. And for all practical purposes, you can take the velocity of water in contact with the ground to be 0. Okay. So in this case, I can see I've overshot my time. I'll maybe continue tomorrow. But just to wrap up what velocity gradient then is. So by looking at the definition, velocity gradient will be the rate at which velocity increases with depth or changes with depth. So velocity becomes dv by dh. Velocity gradient becomes dv by dh. So it is dv by dh. It is dv by dh. Which, for a linear distribution, you can, in fact, I'll stop here. Velocity gradient is dv by dh. As I go down, as I descend into this liquid, my velocity also changes. So it actually represents the rate at which velocity is changing. Okay. So there's no symbol for velocity gradient. You can just use dv by dh. And I'll continue this actually in the next class. थोड़ा और बोलना था, I'll continue in the next class. But समझ में आ गया? It's just how quickly velocity changes with height. It's velocity difference upon the distance between the layers. Okay? और आगे बात बढ़ाएंगे next class में. Thanks, guys. Bye. Yes, I'll upload the 15-minute recording and I'll call this lecture 1. I'll do that. For this I'll make a new folder. उसके लिए थोड़ा time लगेगा. But yeah, I'll do that. Maybe that I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. Bye. Chalo. Good night. Bye. Gradient. Acha, what is the meaning of gradient? So gradient means how something changes or the rate at which something changes. And normally gradient is used with respect to position, how something changes with position, right? Even like sometimes when we talk about gradient of a landscape, it talks about how the height changes as I move horizontally. So it in a way talks about the slope of that mountain. Or in the case of in heat and thermodynamics, you heard of temperature gradient, where we talked about how temperature changes along the rod. Over here, we're talking about velocity gradient, how velocity changes along this depth. So gradient refers to the rate of change of some physical quantity with respect to position, with respect to motion, with respect to moving along some direction. That is gradient. You can talk about pressure gradient as you go into the liquid as rho g, because dp by dh is rho g. So you can talk about pressure gradient as you go deeper and deeper into a liquid as rho g, because pressure changes at this rate with respect to depth. ठीक है, ऐसा कोई भी term define कर सकता है. Okay. चलो bye.